Are you serious? Are you serious? The fire in Canada rages on. This thing is out of control, folks. Please pray for Canada. It's been hot up there. They've had 80 and 90 degree temperatures in early May, and the fire, the wildfire, is now spreading and edging south, leaving thousands of people stranded in Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada. Reuters is reporting. Also, the Crusader Journal and others that 88,000 residents who fled the wildfires yesterday that we told you about over the last 3 days. It was 40,000, then it was 61,000, then it was the whole town, the entire city of Fort Mac and Alberta, Canada area there. 88,000 people all fleeing for their lives. Well, now the blaze is consuming their homes, destroying their businesses, and destroying their entire neighborhoods, and has turned and started to go south as the winds are shifting, and the forestry is like a tinderbox, so dry. The 88,000 residents who fled the wildfire that has ravaged the Canadian town of Fort McMurray in Alberta, Canada, will not be able to return home anytime soon. Officials are warning, even as the inferno edges slowly south. The out-of-control blaze has consumed entire neighborhoods of Fort Mac. And this is Canada's energy heartland, and officials warn its spreading now threatens 2 oil sand sites south of the city. The wildfire has already forced precautionary production cuts or shutdowns at about a dozen major facilities, eating into a global crude surplus and supporting oil prices this week. The damage to the community of Fort Mac is extensive, and the city is not safe for residents, says Alberta Premier Rachel Notley in a press briefing last night actually. Those stranded in camps and on the roadside to the north of the city clamor for answers. It is simply not possible, nor is it responsible, to speculate on a time when the citizens will be able to return. We do not know that. It will not be a matter of days. 3 days after the residents were ordered to leave Fort Mac, firefighters were still battling to protect homes, businesses, and other structures from the flames. More than 1,600 structures, including hundreds of homes, have been destroyed by Wednesday morning. Officials declined to estimate how many more had been lost. 1,600, and folks, it's more than that. It's more than that. The communities, look, this is devastation, folks. This is total devastation. We're praying for our brothers and sisters in Christ. We're praying for the entire city of Fort Mac, and they're in Canada. We're praying for the entire nation of Canada as this, and oh, by the way, not only are people losing their homes, some of them, they haven't lost their homes, but they just can't, it's not safe to go back. And then the businesses can't run. I mean, this is an absolute apocalyptic situation. This is cataclysmic, catastrophic. Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. I mean, the Bible told us that we would see these types of signs. Raging fires uncontrollably. Great woes coming upon the earth. And you know, it's even going to be a whole lot worse than that before it's all said and done. And so we really need to pray, because you have no idea what is going to happen and where it will take place. You have no idea when weathers can change, dryness can come, heat can arise, and then fires can spread. I mean, this was absolutely the perfect storm that has taken place there. The Bible did tell us, though, that this whole earth one day will burn and melt with a fervent heat. And that's some of the things people don't even take into consideration, that the scriptures tell us that we will actually see this type of devastation, this type of disaster. And we need to pray one for another. You can find that in the book of Peter. And it talks about, just unbelievable things that are eventually coming upon the earth. So pray for Canada. We'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy. I'm just saying that if unless people give their life to Jesus Christ, until you realize that without Christ, we're lost. It's very important. God bless. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to Bible prophecy.